All the beautiful ladies in the building tonight. I love y'all. But I want to thank God, the beautiful ladies on my label, Interscope, CMG, and all my beautiful women fans. And I don't know, like, shout out to Memphis for making me and raising me. And shout out to Billboard. Let's go.
Hey, how y'all doing? Come on up here, man. Y'all whole squad. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
GloRilla did not say a word before the internet exploded. As soon as she made her appearance, social media went into full meltdown mode, and the speculations that Yo Gotti would win Bonus Parent of the Year started to spread like wildfire. But trust me, this story is full of glamour, slyness, and pure mayhem. It is much more complicated than a charming family moment. The issue is that instead of quietly backing off, Angela Simmons simply vanished. One moment, she is drawing attention on the red carpet by sporting outfits that make her look like the queen of the runway. A minute later, poof, gone. Not a single Instagram story for admirers to analyze, no mysterious captions, and no depressing lyrics to love songs. This issue feels more significant than a typical breakup, since it seems like someone deleted her whole plot. This is more than simply a drama where we unfollowed one another. It is like someone ended an entire reality show just before the exciting part. Imagine them as the quintessential it couple, flaunting their affluence, designer handbags, tropical vacations, private plane selfies, and complimentary energy. Then all of a sudden, there was radio silence and total oblivion. Fans were forced to search through feeds and refresh pages to try to figure out what went wrong and who moved first. Hold on though, for another curveball came along just as many were starting to put the puzzle pieces together. The plot abruptly took a TV scripted turn while everyone was glued to their phones, attempting to determine who was performing for the cameras and who was real.
Her music mogul Yo Gotti have quietly gone their separate ways, Fred. They say Angela felt like, honey, she was putting in more effort than she was getting back, honey. Now, they're saying Yo Gotti's schedule was non-stop, studios, business, appearances, and she started out feeling like she wasn't a priority. And when a woman don't feel like she's a priority, she needs
Hip-hop was transformed into a love letter by Yo Gotti, who was not afraid to show his feelings for Angela Simmons. Every beat was a full-fledged serenade, and every line was essentially him taking aim. The world was watching him, and he was the queen of displaying your feminine energy. Private flights, sumptuous dinners, postings that shouted royalty treatment only, and the maximum flex package on lock were all part of his package. Angela had front row seats to his entire world, the spotlight, the soft life vibrations, and everything else. They seemed to be living out a fantasy for a time until everything abruptly stopped talking. After that, there were no more humorous remarks, reposts, or even slow motion couple reels with the soothing R&B playing in the background, which fans love. Instead, there was digital dead air. Straight tumbleweeds replaced the power couple feed on social media. But who is Angela? She performed it like a master of nuanced technique. There was just one quiet unfollow that was louder than any tirade could possibly be. No cryptic lines, no sloppy subtweets. She did not have to speak louder, since the unfollow button's crisp click told it all. The boot up selfies vanished in an instant. The VIP seats are no longer available. No sign of the matching luxurious appearance. Additionally, those power couple red carpet moments that fans referred to as talkie darts goals were erased as if they had never occurred. Angela did not just walk out of the room. Without turning around, she left the entire plot.
But imagine what my little boy's gonna look like at 8.
Isn't that crazy?
But obviously, you've been a single mom for a long time. I'm a single mom. What has that journey been like for you? And I'm sorry for the passing of your son's father. I know that was terrible.
Very hard. It was, honestly, I didn't see that coming. Obviously, even with me and his dad separated, it was just like, I never thought that could be me. It was a really hard thing to go through. I didn't even know how to process it. Like, as soon as everything happened, I honestly went to therapy the day, 2 days after it happened, because I was like, I don't know how to process this. My son's name is his father's name, and I just never knew that would be me. I mean, his father's side of the family is absolutely supportive and like amazing. And so that helps. And my family's so amazing. So like that helped me a lot. So I've leaned into family a lot and that has been helpful for me. But I never thought I'd be a single mom. I'm like, you have a kid to think this is what it's going to be. And this is how in your head, like, it's got to be perfect. Like, never say no.
The internet immediately clocked it when Angela Simmons formally entered her "I know I am the prize" period. She has a smooth, carefree aura that is brimming with intent, as seen by her well-crafted one-liners with a dash of shade in her captions. The fans immediately knew there was no halt here. This was the conclusion. Chaos was not necessary for Angela to get her message across. She did not have to share heartbreaking R&B playlists, lengthy breakup remarks, or tearful photos. Nope. Silent, calm, and surgical, she took the opposite approach. In a stadium full of fans who have lost their love, that type of quiet is more powerful than any breakup anthem. GloRilla strode onto the stage as if she owned it, just as the chronology had adjusted to her vanishing performance. It is just too perfect of a coincidence. Hold on, this is not random, fans said. GloRilla and Yo Gotti have a long history together. She was not just a label hopeful who appeared overnight. From day one, her movements were just like the pattern. Gotti seemed to be changing things specifically for her. Not all he was doing was signing talent. He was planning an entire lifestyle launch. We are discussing the entire CMG dream, including private jets, chili drop, VIP entrances, and camera flashes. The ambiance was intimate, even if the flex was loud. Fans began to buzz uncontrollably. Hold on, is GloRilla no longer simply a label star? Social media was tracking Gotti's every step because of the way she showed herself online. The narrative twist then appeared. GloRilla appeared like a digital phoenix immediately after Angela vanished from the scene. There was an energy change that was louder than words. New glitter, fresh lace, and a perfect rhythm. She defied the algorithm rather than merely sharing a lovely selfie. Every frame was dissected like a Fashion Week preview by Twitter detectives who were on full job. She went live right before the pandemonium peaked. There was no lengthy monologue or dramatic opening, just lighthearted browsing and laughter, as if she had not just destroyed the internet. She took over the room with a single hair flip and a cunning smile. Without a word, her presence said, "I am that girl." Fans enthusiastically embraced the entire digital release. Because that live was not random, let us face it. The audience ate up every second of what was essentially marketing disguised as a moment. With its own theme music and flashing lights, GloRilla did not just walk into the chat room, she dominated it like her name suggested. One moment it was murmurs, the next it was opinion fight, trending threads, and a complete timeline breakdown. The internet sensed the change in real time, and fans were referring to it as the Gotti Glow Up Gentle Glam, perfect, first class, nails, wardrobe, pure luxury. The name on everyone's lips was Yo Gotti, and this was not just a new chapter for GloRilla, it was a complete relaunch. The chronology had stopped guessing at this time. Like they were trying out for a detective show, people were connecting the dots and sketching out the entire narrative. The crucial query, did Yo Gotti just give the throne to GloRilla? Because of the way she now moves, she seems to be the primary attraction rather than simply another CMG musician releasing new songs. It is a whole different energy. GloRilla does not blend in. Instead, she exudes the vitality of the primary character and exudes designer confidence, which makes it clear that she is the room's owner. In the meantime, there was no denying the difference, and the internet could not help but compare her to Angela Simmons. Angela was polished, clean, and kind, and she gave us a power couple sense. However, GloRilla, like a Fashion Week regular, GloRilla is jet-setting, iced out, and ready for the red carpet. Every move she makes is a statement, and she is serving full drama. Additionally, Angela subtly disappeared into the background as GloRilla rose. No more coordinating outfits or soft launch love posts. The attention vanished from the duo. Online rumors claim that before this entire change was made public, Angela had already reached her emotional breaking point. Smoke, mirrors, and all those perfect couple pictures. She had already checked out and and mentally pack things behind the scenes. GloRilla then took the initiative, or more rather, took her moment. This was a serious power change, not merely a passing artist push. By shifting all the focus, resources, and buzz to GloRilla, Yo Gotti did more than simply distance himself from Angela. He now stands in the front row whenever she shines, promoting her more loudly than anybody else and ensuring that everyone understands she is the main attraction. Angela, she realizes that the spotlight she previously possessed has been totally reprogrammed to GloRilla's frequency as she watches it play out like a replay. For some time, Angela Simmons has been unable to function. She persisted in coming up, remaining faithful, and putting her all into a seemingly flawless love tale. However, behind the scenes, Yo Gotti was operating like a background tab, completely silent but still open and functioning. The public no longer saw him equal her vigor, just quiet, no postings, no puffing her up, no look at my queen moments. While Gotti's attention was already elsewhere, rewriting the script with a new starring woman, Angela was still building the groundwork for eternity and maintaining the illusion of a stable relationship. What about Angela? It was time by her. Watch how he steps for GloRilla in the future. This feels very, very personal. It is not simply a label move. He is there in every room she is in, loud and proud. From VIP seats to stage appearances, Gotti is acting as her biggest supporter, giving Angela the type of attention and vigor she has not had in months. Not only did GloRilla arrive imperceptibly, but she also grabbed the second Angela left the stage. It was immediately apparent to fans that this was not your normal artist rollout. Rather, it had the potential to become a full-fledged power shift. Whenever CMG is mentioned, Gotti instantly mentions GloRilla as if she were already the label's gem in the crown. Angela, the quiet message is louder than ever, almost a ghost in the story. Gotti completely changed the plot. What is GloRilla's name? It flashes like a marquee and is bold and emphasized. Additionally, it is not only about promotion. Observe how he goes beside her. It comes naturally to him. He is always tagging her, publishing her victories, and shouting her out. That is personal and not typical label behavior. The videos are being devoured by fans who are analyzing each and every small exchange. The subtle smirks, the hidden giggles, the way he leans in when she speaks, the way his eyes meet hers during interviews. The chemistry is unavoidable on stage. The energy is electrifying, and the looks are a bit too prolonged. The atmosphere is one of Netflix-level devotion, despite attempts to label it as merely business. The world is watching the GloRilla Up unfold live in 4K, and every action shouts that Gotti has already chosen. Be honest, this plot has been seen before. Like a live stream soap drama, this script is unfolding in real time as it is written. GloRilla is living like a VIP out here. First class everything, including private flights and opulent presence. He does not have to explain it, Gotti. His behavior speaks for itself. This entire energy, music has long since moved on. People attempted to use the typical Hollywood breakup justifications of missed calls and hectic schedules to explain the separation, but this one? Nah, it strikes more deeply. Instead of merely two individuals growing apart, it feels like a clean fracture. Without skipping a beat, GloRilla swept into the spotlight as Angela drew away from the center stage. The change in energy was evident, even if no apparent lines were violated. There was always a hush-hush sense about Angela. Modest posts that just alluded to the backstory, soft selfies, and ambiguous captions. However, with GloRilla, the entire silent story was erased as if it had never happened. No mysterious captions wishing you luck. No posts that are too sentimental. No farewells with sorrowful emojis. Nothing but quiet. More loud than any headline, that quiet spoke out. GloRilla, meanwhile, acts as though she is already operating CMG. She enters spaces as if her name were inscribed on the throne. What about her social media? Heat, pure heat. Fits that turn heads, the boss moves, headlines piling up with unflinching assurance. She exudes an intensity in her captions that suggests, I do not need to explain myself. I'm aware of how this tale concludes. What about Angela? She is no longer there. Do not use fancy subtweets. Not a few of old photos. No shoutouts on birthdays. Nothing. Which is crazy since she used to bombard her Instagram with romantic remarks, soft focused selfies, and lyrical energies that made her and Gotti appear untouchable, that everything disappeared. These days, Angela's Instagram is a self-serving tactic. Love yourself, empire energy. There is no romantic content. The unspoken message, I am finished. I have recovered. I am not returning. It tracks too, to be honest. Gotti's loudest supporter, Angela, was constantly in the front row, the unseen glue that keeps the image of that power couple together. However, she has now benched herself, leaving the court while GloRilla rises like a star. The whole saga, the day days of gossip are long gone. It is a complete change in power. The rise of GloRilla is not a mess, and it is most certainly not a coincidence. Every action seems premeditated, as if the plan had been drafted long before the first rumor ever reached the streets. Fan battles sprang out from what had begun as whispers. Without a doubt, Angela still has her devoted team. They hold her down. However, GloRilla, the streets are currently dominated with glow. The internet erupts whenever she leaves the house. Each and every room she enters, hers at once. That energy from GloRilla strikes in a distinct way. She's riding a gigantic wave, moving like she believes she's unbeatable. Yo Gotti, in the meantime, totally MIA. No public affection, no captions, no postings. It is the energy of a guy who has already taken action and is only observing how the world responds. Like, yeah, he knows something we don't. Fans are glaring at him. And let's be honest, the Angela and Gotti romance was never your traditional rapper meets muse fairy tale. It began as one. As he rolled out the whole dream package, he was calling her his one and chanting her name in tune. However, the fracture appeared as soon as she gave him a serious chance. Something was not right behind those immaculate photos and well-written descriptions. The stress can only be temporarily concealed by filters. Complete darkness currently. No shade, no posts, just that stifling stillness that cries out louder than any retort could. The important questions are finally being asked. Was the throne formally taken by GloRilla? Did Gotti make a clean, cold break to change the course of events? Was this always the plan? Or simply another tale of love that was never supposed to be happy? GloRilla is growing, regardless of the facts. How does she move? Concentrated, composed, and methodical. There is no confusion or clumsy guessing games, just the actions of someone who is 10 steps ahead, transforming every space and every feed into her runway. And Angela and Gotti's combined silence, no clever captions, no dubious tweets, nothing. And the biggest expression of all in a storm like this is quiet. You do not simply vanish in that manner unless a significant incident occurred behind closed doors. Every tiny detail is being scrutinized by the internet, and you can be sure that the next development in this glamorous drama will make the timeline tremble once again. It is your chance to comment now. Do you believe that GloRilla truly took the lead, or is this merely a failed Hollywood romance? To ensure you do not miss the next crazy turn in this story, leave your opinions in the comments section, press the like button, and click subscribe.